Joining us now is Professor Lisa Villamil, an assistant professor in the Scripps School of Communication, Visual Communication. Lisa, thanks for joining us today.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Can you give us an example of a numbers-related story that can be visualized?
Income tax. We're getting ready to pay our taxes, and being able to see where our taxes are going in a pie chart is often far easier to understand than reading a long story.
And how can journalists do a better job of taking these numbers and turning them into comprehensible stories?
Journalists are being trained to visualize data as well as to communicate to their readers and listeners with that as well. So they're actually using pie charts, bar charts, and so forth as they're working on stories.
And Professor, in addition to providing lucid stories for the viewers, journalists themselves are challenged with all of these numbers. It can be overwhelming even for a seasoned journalist to encounter. Are there any new techniques for journalists when they are sifting through this data and trying to find stories within?
Yes, it's getting very involved, and they're using computer-assisted reporting tools, and from Excel spreadsheets, databases are very important, looking for patterns, categorizing information.
And are there stories that, despite having all of these techniques and tools, that just cannot be visualized? Are there some stories that just, you can't visualize them?
Yes, absolutely. I think emotional stories are very, very hard to capture in numbers. That's just not how we understand. So that's not the tool that we would typically choose. We would still go to visuals of photography, video, writing to understand emotional issues.
And if a story can be visualized, like so many can through numerals, what are some cutting-edge tools that organizations are using around the world to help journalists make these stories into visual stories?
With the very, very best reporting is actually the topic on the Schooneman Symposium, and it's integrated media. So data is a very, very strong new piece coming in, and we're bringing that together with video, with traditional reporting and writing, with photography, with design, with information graphics. Everything is coming together. We have media now. We can really tell stories in compelling ways.